Hello everyone. In this video, we will use different properties that we learned in previous videos to solve this equation that show up here, which is absolute value of 2x minus 8 minus 2 equal 16 minus 2x. And to do this, let us follow the next explanation. So, in this question, as you see, that we have the absolute value 2x minus 8, but we have here negative 2 or subtract 2. So what we need is the addition. We can use addition property of equality like this. So to make it easy, we can just move the 2 to the other side, but when we move the 2 to the other side, we add 2. This is the meaning of this. Literally is adding 2 to this side. At the same time, we add 2 at the other side. So if I'm writing this arrow like this, the meaning of this is adding 2 to this side and adding 2 to this side. So in this case, I will say when I add 2 to this side, I will cancel the 2 here. And at the same time, I have 16. I add it to the 2. So I will end up with 18 on the right side. But I still have negative 2x. So I can write negative 2x. Remember that you have the equity, so keep the equity. Now you left with 2x minus 8 as absolute value. And we know that the absolute value of 2x minus 8, we can interpret it like this. So we have something like this. We have the 0. So we have a value. We don't know what is this value, but this is exactly that we are going in the positive direction. Specific number. We don't know what is this number, but we know that this one is positive 18 minus 2x. So we have the positive of this value in the positive direction, but at the same time we have in the opposite direction the same value, but it will be like negative 18 minus 2x, exactly in the negative direction. So to solve this problem, we can say something like this. Let me try. Okay. So I don't need this number line now. So what I have is something like this. So I have the 2x minus 8 equal to 18 minus 2x as positive, as we said. So now we have here negative 8. So we can use the addition property again. So simply we can move the 8 to this direction to make it like positive 8, adding. So we can add 8, so we cancel 8 in this case, but we end up with like 18 minus 2x plus 8, and we left with 2x. Now we have 18 plus 8, which is 26. So we have 2x equal 26 minus 2x. Now we can use addition property again and adding like terms later like this. So we have negative 2x. So what we can do is to move the 2x to the other direction. So we end up with adding 2x. So we have now 2x added to 2x equal 26. Now we need to use the like terms, combining like terms, which is 2x plus 2x. I can use it like this, going up there here. So 2x plus 2x, which is like 4x equal 26. And finally, we have x that equal to 26 divided by 4. If we have just attention to the options, we have 13 divided by 2, we have 11, we have 13, we have 11, we have negative 9 or 9. So in this case, we need to simplify this expression as much as we can. So we can divide by 2 and divide by 2. So we will end up with 13 divided by 2. So we can see that we have here 13 divided by 2, and we have here negative 13 divided by 2. The first thing we get is 13 over 2. So we will keep it in our mind, and we need to erase everything now. We don't need it, but keep in your mind that we get 13 over 2 as the first one. Now, let's go back to the second part, which is the negative part of number line. We have 2x minus 8 from the question, 2x minus 8 now equal the negative part of like so no, this is not right. Let me fix it. So we have 2x minus 8, okay, equal to, as we said, 18 minus 2x. But we need to take the negative side of this part. Okay, so now we don't need the absolute value, of course. So we just have this one. Okay, in this case, we can use what we call it the distributive property, because we have here 1. So we have parentheses. So we need to distribute the negative 1 first. So negative 1 times 18, which is negative 18. Then negative 1 times negative 2, which is plus 2. And we still have x. Now we have 2x minus 8. Now, as we see, we can change or move the negative 8 to the other side by adding 8. So we can add 8, and then we can end up with like adding 8. So we are ending up with negative 18, okay, plus 2x, then plus 8. So we have negative 18 plus 8, which is equal to negative 10 plus 2x. Now we cancel that negative 8, because negative 8, when we add 8 to that, we get 0. So we end up with a 2x, and here 2x. Now we can move the 2x to the other side. So in this case, 2x, we need to subtract 2x. So we need to use like subtraction property in solving equation. So we end up with 0 equal negative 10. So in this case, it will not be possible for the 0 to equal negative 10. So in this case, we cannot take in our consideration this side of solution, which is the negative side of solution. So the solution will be like just 13 over 2 in this example. So we don't need all that. Let us check now the answer and see if this is the right answer. So the right answer is 13 over 2. If we check that, we can find this is the right answer. Let us check negative 13.2. It's not right. And so the only right answer, which is 13 over 2. I hope that you get the idea how to use different properties in solving equations, including with addition properties, distributive properties, absolute value, adding like terms, so subtraction properties, so different properties. Sometimes we need it in the same equation. And see you guys in the next video to learn more and more about math.